Are you ready? Yes.
Guys.
Yes.
Guys.
Okay, what is this?
Ni.
What is that?
Bird.
Boat. Life boat.
Bird ni.
What is that?
Bulan.
Ambulance. Very good.
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah.
do you have fun today at school?
Yes.
Wow. So what did you do at school today?
I'm singing. I'm dancing with my friend.
Oh, you were singing and dancing with your friends. What song do you want to sing?
Spider.
Spider. Okay. So ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
The bitsy spider climb out with the spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried for the rain. The bitsy spider climb out, spout again.
Very good.
So, what is natural approach? The natural approach emphasizes communication skills and language exposure before rules and grammar. So, this is similar to how you acquire your first language. Who were responsible to introduce the natural approach? They were Stephen Krashen and Tracy Terrell. The main objective of this approach is for communicative purpose. Alright, these are the basic principles of the natural approach. First, it focuses on fluency, not accuracy. So, there is no grammar drilling. Second, speech production comes slowly and is never forced, as they believe the early speech goes through natural stages. Alright, these are 5 hypotheses that the authors propose. These hypotheses are very meaningful to this approach, and they still make sense till today. Number 1, the acquisition versus learning. According to them, learning is different from acquiring the language. Learning implies training and process. However, acquiring implies natural way, which is naturally developed through an unconscious process. Number 2, natural order hypothesis. It claims that some research has shown that grammatical structures were acquired first before others in the second language acquisition process. Number 3, the monitor hypothesis. According to this approach, students need to have a role to monitor themselves. In other words, they need to monitor what they speak. Number 4, it talks about input. If we teachers want the students to produce the language, we need to expose them with the examples of the language. We add more complex words little by little in a gradual way. Number 5, the affective filter hypothesis. 3 affective variables have been identified related to the language acquisition, which are motivation, self confidence, and anxiety. Learners with high motivation, high self confidence, and low anxiety will acquire language better. Teacher is the primary source of comprehensible input of the target language. Teacher needs to create a classroom atmosphere that is interesting and friendly, in which there is low affective filter for learning. Last but not least, teacher must choose and orchestrate a rich mix of classroom activities that makes learning meaningful. So, what are the roles of the learners of this approach? The language acquirer, which is the students, is seen as a processor of comprehensible input. Learners' roles are seen to change according to their stage of linguistic development. There are 4 stages according to this approach. First, pre-production stage. Students participate in the language activity without having to respond in the target language. For example, students can act out physical commands. Second, early production stage. Students respond to either or question, use single words and short phrases. Next, speech immersion phase. At this stage, students involve themselves in role play and games. They also can contribute personal information and opinions. Lastly, the intermediate fluency. This is where the conversation takes place. They can answer complex questions that require them to synthesize and evaluate information. Roles of instructional materials. Image and other visual aids are very crucial as they provide the content for communication. Schedules, brochures, Ads, maps, and publications at the proper reading levels are also recommended.